Good evening and welcome back to Caps 13 Weather. I'm happy to be back here with you guys and I'm looking forward to delivering this week's weather. We have some interesting weather in the forecast, including some freezing rain tonight. Stay tuned to Caps 13 for your news, weather, and sports.
Coming up on Caps 13 News, a blood drive on campus hopes to help people across the nation. Plus, a local church is helping the people of Pittsburgh, and reactions from men's basketball after playing KU. All that and more on Caps 13 News.
Welcome to Caps 13 News. I'm Jared Bush.
And I'm Libby Frazier.
With the flu season in full swing, you should know the best ways to keep yourself and others healthy. The single best way to prevent seasonal flu is to get vaccinated each year. But good health habits like covering your cough and washing your hands often help stop the spread of germs and prevent respiratory illnesses like the flu. Avoid close contact with people who are sick, and when you are sick, keep your distance from others as well to protect them from getting sick. Today, the Red Cross organization held a blood drive for students at Pittsburg State University. The Red Cross blood drive was held on Pitt State's campus in the Overman Student Center's Crimson and Gold Ballroom. Donations were from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information on the Red Cross, scheduling appointments to donate, and locations of other blood drives, visit www.redcrossblood.org. And remember, your donation will save lives.
Pittsburgh is getting a Dairy Queen. This isn't the first Dairy Queen to be opened in Pittsburgh. The original DQ was located at the current location of Freddy's, but it closed in 2007. The new store will open on Broadway later in 2020. Construction on the Pittsburgh Dairy Queen is expected to begin in March 2020 and will feature a new design yet to be unveiled by the Dairy Queen corporate office. The Pittsburgh location will be the first of its kind in Kansas and only the second in the entire country. The new Pittsburgh Dairy Queen will be a grill and chill concept featuring hot food along with the company's signature soft serve ice cream. The new Dairy Queen will be located at 2107 North Broadway between 21st and 22nd Streets. Students are excited for Dairy Queen, especially junior year student Riley Kirch.
I'm really excited for the Dairy Queen coming to Pittsburgh because I really love their chicken tenders and I also really like their ice cream. And I really think that other people will be excited about it as well.
Theater Honor Organization, Alpha Psi Omega, hosted a lip-sync battle in the U Club on Tuesday. The event was sponsored by PRAD, Public Relations and Advertising Club. There were 6 competing acts, as well as raffle to raise money for both organizations. Students performed a variety of songs, such as songs from TV shows, older pop songs, and newer rock songs. The competition was judged by Dr. Troy Como, Kristen Livingston, and Kennedy Stein. Students in attendance enjoyed how upbeat and exciting the performances were, making it a fun evening.
The most fun thing about tonight should be the high energy performances in the low maintenance space. So that's why we have it in the U Club, just because you can hear the audience right now. We have it in the U Club just to connect everyone on campus. This is like a central place for everyone.
Ever been curious to know how your car exactly works? Well, Pittsburgh State has an opportunity for you. The Kansas Technology Center here at Pitt State is offering a new course for students of any major called AT 101 Automotive Maintenance. This course is designed for non-automotive students to introduce them to the automotive industry, introductory technical terms, different techniques, and hands-on experience with maintenance issues on their vehicles. Anyone who wishes to know more about their own car or truck, this is a great place to start. If you have any questions, contact the Automotive Technology Department by visiting the department office in the Tech Center at room N120 or call 620-235-6189.
11 more miles to go until 69 Highway is 4 lanes connecting Fort Scott and Pittsburgh. If you travel from Kansas City or Fort Scott, you'll notice that the highway has been 2 lanes all the way up until last year when construction started, taking about 6 months to complete. This highway expansion has been anticipated by many locals and college students who take Highway 69 back and forth from college and home. This makes a continuous 71 miles of 4-lane highway from Kansas City to Pittsburgh. According to KDOT, the next Highway 69 expansion project is the Armour expansion and is scheduled for this fall. Coming up on your Caps 13 News, a local church is doing a yard cleanup project. We'll have details next.
Live from the White Sit Hall studios on the campus of Pittsburg State University in Pittsburg, Kansas, you're watching Caps 13 News at 4.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food, You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
I'm always the first one up. I'm always up for a challenge. I'll overcome any obstacle. I don't believe in limits. I refuse to be average.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service, it's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough.
Have a nice trip.
I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
On Saturday, Trinity Baptist Church will have a yard work day to support the community. Church members will be going out into the neighborhood located next to the church. They will rake leaves for people who live there, as well as talk to them and interact with them. The event goes from 9 to 12 and is under the direction of Pastor Jordan Hodges. Hodges expressed his excitement for the event as well as what it means to the church and to the community.
That we're here for a reason, that we're here to tell people that God loves them, to show people that God loves them through caring for them and helping them. And so for the people of the church, we hope to spark in them a love for their neighbors, a love for our neighborhood, a love for sharing God's love with others, and we hope to kindle that in us and to continue that.
The Band of Brothers will be hosting this year's Lord's Dinner at the Lord's Diner of Pittsburg. With the help from the Band of Brothers organization, the Lord's Dinner is going to be served Wednesday, November 13th at 5 p.m. Come say hello and enjoy a delicious meal with your community.
Tonight is the 2019 Quiz Bowl tournament here at Pitt State, and students have got their thinking caps on. The Quiz Bowl will consist of teams of 4 students as they compete in a question and answer game of general knowledge and quick recall. These questions will cover a range of topics from history, math, and science, all the way to sports and popular culture of today. All teams will compete for the grand championship, as the top 3 teams will walk away with a cash prize, and the first place team will go home with $400, including an opportunity to participate at the regional tournament. Free food will be supplied for students, and the competition will be held in the Sunflower Room at the Overman Student Center tonight at 6.
Libby will have your weather right after this.
Slow down, check your surroundings, put down your phone, and be sure to use caution when using the crosswalk. 5,000 people are killed every year on the road, and someone is getting injured every 7 minutes. Drivers are just as much at fault when it comes to accidents. Be alert at intersections and keep your foot on the brake in busy public places. Don't let your community be a part of the rising statistics.
My name is Carly, I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Hey Guerrilla Nation, this is Stu Height, Chief of Police here at Pittsburg State. Hope you're off to a great semester, and we want to just give you a couple of reminders of how to take care of your valuables. Please don't ever leave them unattended for any length of time at all. We live on a very safe campus and a very safe community, but you can never be too safe. So if you ever need anything, if you have any questions, any concerns about anything ranging from parking or just safety and security, please feel free to call us anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go Gorillas!
Why should people go fishing? Fishing is one of the greatest gifts that we have ever received from Mother Nature. This is one of the many chances we have to reconnect ourselves to the natural world. Mother Nature has given us a great opportunity to learn about the many things about fishing that will never be forgotten. If we introduce a relative to the wonders of fishing, we will always cherish the memories that we make when we catch a fish with them.
Students have spoken and the university has answered. Pittsburg State is the first four-year Regent institution in Kansas to go completely tobacco-free.
As we've done in the past, faculty, staff, and students have partnered together to better our campus with new initiatives and traditions.
So do the gorilla thing. Keep our campus a healthy, sustainable, and respectful place for all.
Visit www.pittstate.edu/tobacco-free for more info.
After last week's cold temperatures, I'm sure we were all glad to see some actual fall weather with temps in the mid-50s and even low 60s. However, our fun may be coming to an end for a couple of days. With last night's weather bringing in a cold front, the rain we experienced today is going to be more on the freezing rain side of things. While the chance of freezing rain is still low, still be on the lookout since it's still likely with today's low temperatures, and there was cloud coverage this morning, but it ended up being really sunny, so that's good. Today we are seeing a high of 42 with a low of 23, so be sure you're layered up, especially since this morning we sat a lot closer to the low with it being in the low 30s. So be sure to layer up if you go out tonight because it's going to drop down to that low quickly after sunset. Tomorrow we are seeing a high of 49 with a low of 36. However, it's going to be mostly sunny throughout the day, so no worries about cloud coverage there or rain on your Friday. Saturday is going to be a beautiful day, especially for all you duck hunters on opening day. It's a high of 60 with a low of 46, and it's going to be sunny all day. So be sure to get outside and enjoy the fall weather before we get another cold front in on Monday, where our low is going to be 14. But we can get to that next week. After Wednesday night storms, I think it's important we talk about our precipitation and how much we need to worry about having ice on the roads. So as you can see, last night through this afternoon, there was a lot of water on the ground. However, I'm also seeing some icy spots here and there, so make sure you're coming to slow stops and staying 2 car lengths behind other vehicles to avoid unnecessary collisions. Make sure you have blankets in your car just in case of an emergency or your heat going out, because we are going to be experiencing this kind of weather more and more as winter comes in full force. Speaking of Wednesday storms, I'm going to show you what that storm looked like next. As you can see, we do have some purple in here, which just means we had a pretty strong storm cell coming in, but it didn't reach us until late last night when most of us were or should have been in bed. We shouldn't be experiencing too much fallout from this storm other than the freezing rain, especially with how sunny it's supposed to be all weekend and early next week. So as you can see with our ground radar, it looks pretty run-of-the-mill other than those couple of icy spots that we saw with our precipitation. There's some ground clutter everywhere, but there never isn't, so there's nothing to really worry about here at all. With these cold temperatures approaching quickly, we need to be sure that we are prepared for it. By layering up, keeping extra jackets in backpacks and cars, washing your hands to help prevent getting sick, having extra blankets around, keeping an eye on the weather, you can be prepared for anything this winter will throw at you. I'm warning you now because winter is fast approaching. It's going to be deceptively nice outside, but still be sure to take these precautions to take care of yourself and your family. Thank you for tuning in to CAPS 13 Weather. It felt so good to be back, but this is all I have for you today, so I hope you have a wonderful evening. Next, and we'll be right back.
Hello. Some people like to watch too much TV or get on the computer too much, and other people look at their phone way too long, and other people, they like to do drugs. But some people, they're invested in the more important things in life, like reading a good family-friendly book by yourself or with your family. But either way, don't do those bad things that I mentioned earlier and read a book.
$30. Gosh dang it, Trevor.
Girl, your outfit is so on fleek. OMG, thanks, girlfriend. I love your outfit too.
20 seconds.
It's fleek, not fleet. Get it right.
No, it's fleet. I'll Google it.
There's only one man whose outfit is on fleek.
Dope.
Lit! I'm shook.
10 seconds.
Are you guys ever gonna take this job seriously? We'll
show ya.
I saw, dude.
Dude.
OMG, dude, I have the most epic idea for a story. Are we gonna go ham with the fam on this one?
Beast mode! BT dubs, this headline is gonna be so cray-cray. Lit.
That's so dope.
I am so proud of you guys. Hashtag blessed.
Are y'all gonna take your job seriously?
We'll show ya.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming to help me study for this test. It's gonna be a real tough one here, I can guarantee it. So,
guys, I'm kind of hungry, and it is Tuesday. Couldn't we get some tacos?
Tacos? I hate Mexican food.
Why don't we try something a little less bold? Like subs.
Subs? That's literally the worst idea you've ever thought of. Have you ever thought about pizza maybe? How about something better than that?
Pizza is gonna take like half an hour. Are you kidding me? Obviously, we all know that barbecue is the move.
Guys, guys, let's check out Gorilla Crossing. I mean, Gorilla Crossing has hand-wrapped burritos and hot and ready pizzas and pastas, custom-crafted subs, and savory Kansas City barbecue. Wait, where'd everybody go?
Head on over to Gorilla Crossing for a variety of food options at student-friendly prices. And download the Gorilla Dining app for daily specials.
Unranked Pitt State Gorillas will try to improve their record this Saturday against Washburn at Topeka, Kansas. Pittsburgh will try to break their losing streak this weekend at Jagger Stadium. Pitt State is currently tied with Nebraska Kearney for 5th place in the MWA football standings, both holding a 5-4 record. Central Missouri and Northwestern Missouri run up the top two in the MWA rankings. Central with a 9-0 record and Northwest with an 8-1. The Gorillas remain unranked in the Division II rankings. Tarleton State is leading the Division II rankings, and Central Missouri is ranked second in the Division II rankings and is the only team in the MW ranked in the top 10. The Gorillas hosted Missouri Western on Saturday. I will start here about 4 minutes into the first quarter as Wyatt Steigerwald stands in the pocket and throws an 11-yard touchdown pass to Cam Grundy. Then later on in the second, Steigerwald delivers another strike, this time to Blake Bureau for the commanding 3-touchdown lead. But the Gorillas will try to fight back as Brandon Malikus will score a 4-yard touchdown on the read option early in the second half. But it will not be enough as Missouri Western will ice the game here with a 5-yard run by Anthony Bespo. That is the Gorillas' 4th straight loss. They will go on the road this Saturday to face in-state rival Washburn. The men's basketball is set up face Upper Iowa this Friday at the Municipal Auditorium. The tip-off is at 4:30 and is their first 2 games this weekend, with their second game being on Saturday against the University of Sioux Falls, also at 4:30 at the Municipal Auditorium. These games are part of the 8-team Central Region Challenge. The Gorillas are coming off an exhibition loss to KU, but they are looking to use it as a learning experience. We spoke with guard RJ Lawrence at the coming match and what it was like to play KU.
We've just been watching more film, studying the players, the plays. Really nothing has changed other than that. Just getting after it every day, practice, and making sure that we're doing things that we need to do in order to playing KU, it was a different experience. They're a talented D1 team. They're ranked 3rd in the nation. I grew up watching them. So just playing against them was an amazing experience, seeing their size.
Girls basketball will open up the 2019-2020 season by hosting the MWA Conference Challenge November 8 and 9 at John Lance Arena. Pitt State and Washburn University will battle Oklahoma Baptist University and Southwestern Oklahoma State University in the 2-day classic format tournament. Pitt State will open the tournament with a noon game against OVU on Friday, November 8. On Saturday, November 9, Pitt State and SOSU will wrap up the tournament action with a game at 7 p.m. The daily tickets will be $10 for general admission and $13 for reserved seats. Children or senior citizens can get tickets for $6. Pittsburgh State Gorillas hosted Missouri Western Griffons on Saturday at John Lance Arena for senior night. The Gorillas will battle it out with the Griffons, but the Griffons will prove too strong as they will take set 1 25-23. In the second set, the Griffons will come out firing. The Gorillas will try and fight back, but the Griffons will take set 2 25-19. In the third set, Griffons had another hot start with a 13-7 run to begin the set. The Gorillas wouldn't go away though, as they rolled back, tying the set at 19, and then going back and forth with the Griffons until the Gorilla will pull away. At the end, taking the set 25-22. In the fourth set, the Gorillas will strike back first with the first point, but the Griffons will soon close the game, taking the lead and winning the fourth set 28-26. The Gorillas will hit the road for the final 4 matches of the regular season. The Gorillas will face Washburn on Friday at 6 o'clock. Pittsburg State Gorillas have only 4 more matches of the regular season. The Pittsburg State Gorillas will face some of the hardest competitors in these final 4 matches of the season. The Gorillas will face number 3 Washburn Ichabots and the Emporia Hornets this weekend. The Ichabots are ranked number 3 in Division II, which will be a tough match for the Gorillas. The Gorillas have previously played the Ichabots early this season, losing 0-3. The Hornets will be the Gorillas' second game for this weekend. The Gorillas have beat the Hornets earlier in the season 3-2, but with a home court advantage, it will be anyone's game. Next week, the Gorillas will play 4 State Lions and the Nebraska Kearney Loopers to wrap up their season. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough. Have a nice trip. I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
After months of anticipation, the chicken sandwich is back. Popeye's chicken sandwich took social media by storm 3 months ago and surprisingly ran out of the menu item. But no more wait, the chicken sandwich is back and people are getting in line to get one. Joplin is the only Popeyes in the SEK area, and we're one of the first chains to run out. But with the restock, it should last consumers for months. So go out and go try what the world has been waiting for.
That's it for this week's edition of Caps 13 News. I'm Jared Bush.
And I'm Libby Frazier. Have a great night, everybody.